Live.
I got.
And the red light is on.
Oh.
And we already here in a new location, new setting. Everybody here in one room together.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? We got Veronica getting her phone, you know what I'm saying, situated, but you can see me and Fatim sitting over here in the corner. You know what I'm saying? You see the shot of everybody. Huh? So with that being said, let's get to it.
Yeah.
Oh, you know I do that at home. I gotta do what I do at home.
Let's get to it.
Let's go.
Let's go. Okay, waiting for the intro.
Are we live? Are we good?
We are.
Okay. Welcome to Tangy Tea of Life. Let me tag you good folks first of all.
Please do that. Please do that.
First off, let me tag y'all. Yes, welcome to Tangy Tea of Life. This is where we talk about any and everything. Do I want my headphones or do I want my hair to, you know?
Thank you for that. I hear the applause. Really, you don't hear nothing because y'all don't got no headphones.
I can hear it.
Oh, we can hear it.
We can hear it.
We are live tonight from a special studio.
Special secret location.
Secret location. But we are here back together. I miss you guys. I can reach out and touch.
I done told you I done got my knife on me and I will cut somebody in here by the end of the night.
Jeez, leave the knife in your pocket. Anywho, I'm Veronica, your host. So glad to be back with you all on this Tuesday night. I have my brother, Victor. Wait a minute. No, we're not doing this tonight. Why do we have two bells in here?
Well, I got two. But I'm it start with a B, but I got two or something. So why not have two bells?
Why? I thought you forgot your bell at home. How did you get a bell? Did you buy him a bell?
No, he didn't buy me a bell. I had it in my shoe.
Yeah.
This is gonna be one annoying show tonight.
She was thinking when she said Victor, she forgot about Damn It Boy White.
Yeah,
she forgot that part.
Hey, Mr. Sammy, how you feeling, bro?
Well, Damn It Boy
Slide,
White.
thank you for the stars again, bro. Appreciate it.
Oh my gosh, you really? Let me hold the bell. I just want to see it. What it looks.
Really? So we getting it. Here.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it right over here. I'm not even. Because both of y'all with these bells are going to drive me crazy tonight. We're not having that.
Okay.
Brother Fatim with us all the way from WBLS radio station, New York.
What's going on, fam? Glad to be in the studio.
Yes.
Once again.
How are y'all feeling? I'm like super hyped because like we are face to face again in the studio. Do I look good on camera?
That's another story. So they gonna have to do something with the camera because I'm gonna get her hair to stand up on her head. Y'all know how I get.
Yeah, always
get her head.
So I guess I'm playing mediator tonight.
Yeah, that's why you in the middle, bro.
Okay,
that's why.
Hey, I might have to get in the middle of you all by the end of the night. I may have to sit between you guys.
You might.
Depend on what we got the discussion to do tonight.
I'm just saying. So, how was you guys' weekend? Tell me about it.
I went to a birthday party at a club that I told you I wasn't gonna let you know about. And my homeboy Tank was DJing on the ones and two, DJ Yak, you know what I'm saying? And I got a little intoxicated, grabbed a mic and hosted a little bit.
A little.
Yeah, it was cool. I had a good time.
What about you, Fatim? Any dates? You have
no dates this weekend.
Back up.
You ain't gonna put me in no dates. I mean, Friday night I went to the fair at the Magnolia Mall with my family, and then Saturday I was home. Yeah, and then Sunday we got together and we went out. No dates.
And y'all got drunk?
No, we did not.
No.
I was with two light-skinned people. Had to be the designated driver. They drunk all them people tequila.
What? Get out of here. I don't even drink.
Coladas. That's
there
right.
you go.
But it was a nice time.
My friend went to the movies, and so
Yeah.
Wait, you and your friend went to the movies?
No, she went to the movies. So with our moms. So,
oh, was that who you was talking sexy to on the phone just now before we went live?
I was reading something.
You see that?
That's a lie.
I was reading something. Yeah,
you see that right there?
See, you know,
but you see what I put up there? Yeah,
yeah, they mess it.
Yeah, what you put up?
Player from the Himalayas.
What? Call my card.
Cheryl calling the player from the Himalayas.
Oh yeah, Cheryl be all of me, boy. I tell you. What up, Sister Cheryl?
Guys, just know that I'm not controlling the comments tonight. That will be all Victor. So,
well, I mean,
if your comments don't get posted,
we can share. We can share just if a green message come at the top, like we used to do in the studio. That would stay between us. If somebody sent a nude, that stay between us.
Oh, okay.
Just like your letter's a secret. This right here is a secret.
You can get between us.
This is a secret. This right here is kind of like nuclear codes when it comes to, the president sending out news. This shit right here can get somebody hurt. So what's in here? I'm trusting you to not.
Don't trust me, because I be all in it. Like, I'm so glad that we're close again, because I can read your little text messages that be coming through and your messengers,
inboxes. Okay.
Yes, I can see all of that.
So y'all wait till after the show.
No. Don't wait. Go ahead and send him a text during the show so I can be all nosy up in there. But yeah, guys, welcome to Tangy Tea of Life. We are so glad that you guys are joining us. And we are so glad to be back together in the studio, face to face.
Face to face.
So
skin to skin, bone to bone.
All of that. But I just got to get myself together, because I feel like I'm
fine.
Kind of like
stop it.
So you guys know I work out a lot, but I'm still not where I want to be. So when I look at myself, like I feel good, but I'm not where I want to be.
Are you a mother?
I am a mother.
Okay. So you got a little bit of battle. That's all to it. You look great, girl.
So it's about who you trying to impress, though.
Exactly.
Because if you're
myself.
man, okay.
You have to feel good. You have to, feel good for yourself.
She's trying to get at least 2-pack. She can't get 6-pack, but she's trying to get a 2-pack. I can get
it if I really focus and put my mind to it. I can get a 6-pack if I want it. Okay. But don't focus on this tonight, guys, because I don't know how I'm looking in this camera, but don't.
I'm going to tell you right now, fellas don't care shit about no 6-pack. We care what's
up above and what's below.
That's it.
We ain't care what's in the middle.
Hell no.
That's
not that middle.
That's why I'm not doing it for you all. I'm doing it for me, myself. Okay. All right. Well, let's see. Who we have on tonight? Did you say hello to everybody?
So Thomas says hello, everyone. Cheryl was trying to be a little bit messy.
I want to hear what Cheryl said.
She said first, hi guys. Lisa Smith said good evening, guys.
Yeah.
Don't bypass my friends.
I'm not bypassing
the female comments as well.
I just said Lisa Smith, and then Cheryl came back with about player from Himalayas, which you mentioned. Thomas D's the third is watching, and that's it. That's what's going on. You got me a few more comments than I do.
Yeah, I got a few more, but it's showing off right now. It's freezing. I don't know why, but we good.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, hello.
Kimberly says, "Hey y'all," with a heart. Hey Kimberly, what's going on, my sister?
Hey Kimberly. And everyone else out there that's watching.
Shanita Sanders. Hey, Sister Shanita. Hey, y'all. Patricia
Baker.
I
see it now.
Hey, Patricia.
I see it now. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Sammy.
I did not mean to do that.
Oh, come on.
There we go.
You know what? Okay, so now I see. All right.
Yeah.
All right, so we do have an email letter tonight. If all hearts and minds are clear, we can jump into the email letter unless you all have something else you want to share.
I'm cool. I'm cool. Why you pulling up the email letter? I just want to say something to all the females out there, especially this one to my right, bro. Why when no, go ahead. Go ahead. Go while you doing what
I want to look in your mouth when you say
in my what? You say you really want to look into that. So is that me? Oh no, that's the headphones I keep hearing.
Yeah, that's it. I'm about to put mine on. I just don't want to.
So why when females, when y'all go to a certain spot and you riding with a man or you doing your little thing, as soon as you pull up to the spot, then all of a sudden you got to get ready.
Oh, I see what
you can't. They can't just get out the car and just go. Y'all always got to sit and get your lip gloss. Now you went to 12 red lights before you even went to the spot that you were supposed to get to. But you can't just put your lip gloss on at the red light. You can't get your hair done at the red light. You want to wait till you pull up. We got reservations at 8. It's 7:45. All right, so we already late anyway.
And I'll give them, if they're driving, I'll give them a few seconds. But what bothers me is that all you do is you're the passenger. If you riding in the passenger side, and you're a scrub today, and you're riding in the passenger side, why do you got to wait till you pull up there and then do that? You had all that time while we stopping to get your lip gloss, look in the mirror, get your hair done. So when we get there, now I get out the car and I'm ready to lock the door, and I ain't see your door open yet. I'm like, oh God, here we go.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm a gentleman. I'm not gonna walk ahead of you. Blah blah blah. And damn if I gotta go around and open the door.
Oh, I ain't
open the door. You coming? You getting out? Let's go.
Or we going home?
First of all, we have to take our time to make sure everything is right. By the time we leave the house, by the time we get to the restaurant, half of our lip gloss, and especially if it's cheap lip gloss, half of it is already disappeared. So we have to refresh once we get to the spot. We have to make sure that our hair is in place. All of that.
But why can't you do that while we're driving?
I don't want to do that. I want the car to be stopped. But
we stop at red lights and stuff like that. But you're doing this. But this is what you're doing
the whole time.
That's right. We're having conversation on the way there. So when we get to the spot, I want to, look in the mirror and then get myself together.
And then when we get in there, and then we got to wait for our seat, right?
Yeah.
Now we sitting there waiting.
Yeah.
Now we get seated.
Yeah.
Now guess what? Oh, excuse me, I got to go to the
bathroom.
But you could have while we were waiting.
Yeah, the whole time.
I tell you, it's like having children with us.
So so this is what I'm gonna tell you. I don't want to put this person out there, but what pisses me off more than anything is that when the waiter comes and then you want to order, the first thing you ask me is what you getting. That ain't none of your damn business what I'm getting. Get what you gonna get, because I know you're gonna stick your little crusty hand across the table and pick off my plate anyway.
Yeah.
So just go ahead and just order what you order. I'm gonna order what I order. Because to be honest with you, by the time they hand us the menus, by the time the man come back for the drinks, I already know what I want.
Yeah.
Drink and everything.
And let me just tell you, last year, no names mentioned.
Yeah.
I get asked, what you getting? I tell the person what I'm getting, right? Then they order what they want. I'm getting my food. I'm enjoying my food. They're not enjoying their food. I should have got what you got. Why you always got to order something different, order something new that you don't know? Why don't you get something? Listen, I've been out 12 o'clock in the night and ordered a cheese omelet, French fries, and toast, because that's what I want and that's what I'm gonna eat. But why you gotta try? I want to try this.
I want to taste what you're having. That's just like yesterday when we was at the restaurant and I got the shrimp tacos. I was like, Victor, which one are you getting? You said you was getting fish tacos. So I was like, okay, well, I can get one of yours and you can get one of my shrimp tacos. But once it came to the table, you didn't want to share.
No, I didn't. And I still don't.
Why? We had it wasn't the exact same thing, but you already said that you wanted to try the shrimp taco. I had 3. You had 3 fish tacos. So that means we could have
swapped it out, right?
Yeah. But if I was your woman, would you have allowed me to take
Of course.
Oh, so woman gets benefits over a friend.
Well, the thing about it is Veronica would have reached across the table and took it. There wasn't nothing I could do about it. But because you asked, I'm gonna say no. Right. My woman, she ain't gonna ask. She just gonna take it anyway. Right.
Well, I was close.
Kids.
I was so close.
Grown kids.
To taking one. Grown kids. But y'all leave us alone. Y'all already know that's how women, that's how we do it.
That's anyway. How y'all do some men. Some men, folks, y'all ain't gonna cross that.
Even when we go to the restroom, like if we're leaving the restaurant, we say, and you know, we as women say, let me stop to the restroom right quick. Like we take longer in the restroom than you guys. You guys just whip it out. Some of you don't even wash your hands when you come out the restroom.
You say
after you done peed on the toilet, then you just come straight out the restroom. But we take time. We wipe ourselves. We wash our hands. We dry our hands. We got to check the mirror to make sure we still have lip gloss on. Or we add lip gloss.
Say you got to line the toilet.
We have to.
You didn't say line the toilet.
Well, if they have tissue in there for us to line or whatever.
Okay, if they ain't got no tissue in there, then you can't wipe.
Not tissue. I'm talking about the thing where you line.
Don't get caught up here,
where
girl.
You put over the toilet. You know what I'm saying? Some restaurants don't have
toilet
that.
liners. Okay.
Yes, some restaurants don't have that. So we have to do all that before we come out the restroom. But you all just come straight out.
So I had to get out of StreamYard, so I can't control the comments. But I wanted to say what Patricia Baker said, and then I guess we can get into it. Mm-hmm. It says that's why we want to know what you're getting, so we don't get the same thing, because we can eat off of one plate. They can eat off the plate, and I'm like, nah, it don't work that way.
I didn't really have too many women. I mean, if they wanted to try something, I put it on their plate or whatever. I didn't have a problem.
Oh, you would put it on their plate?
I put it on their plate because I didn't have a problem with that. I didn't go out with a lot of women that wanted to just be curious to taste what I had. I didn't have a lot of that. You know, if I got something, they'd be like, oh, that sounds good or that look good. I'll be like, oh, you want some? Because as soon as you say it looks good, I'm going to respect. Hey, here's a little bit. Take what you want or here. Because once I get into it, you ain't putting your, no.
What?
No, because now you breaking, because now I know how much I got, what I want. So I'm going to be courteous. You want some? Here, take what you want. And then when I get it back, we're done. We're done.
If I want some more, you're not going to let me.
No.
If I want some more, don't tell me no.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Together, huh?
Yeah, we together on that shit.
We here together tonight.
And also, go ahead.
I'm just saying, if you're in the middle of your plate and I say, hey, can I have that? No. You're going to say no because you already started eating from the plate.
Yeah, because I said, take what you want. You're an adult.
I didn't think I wanted that much at the beginning.
Too late, because you got your food. No, you're not going to eat your food, then eat some of almost a quarter of my food. That's crazy. And then I got to pay for both of our food. No, we ain't going through that. Now I can see if you want to pay. No, I'm paying for the bill, and you got your food that you're eating, and I'm not on your plate because I don't really want. It could look good. I ordered what I wanted. I don't care what you had. Enjoy it, but I don't want to be on your plate.
Well, what about drinking after you? If you have a little drink, and I'd be like,
I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that.
No, you, Victor?
All I'm gonna say is you eat what you want now. I'm gonna eat what I want later. And then
we got to get that back.
I'm talking about as far as drinking. Would you let your woman drink after you?
Hell no.
Yeah, well, she probably wouldn't want to drink after you anyway. You eat butt.
Hers.
Oh.
I mean, if you want to taste yourself.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Bomb blow, baby. Blow that damn bomb.
Really? Every woman should know what she tastes like. You don't think so? You don't know what you taste like? Oh, okay. You better get to that letter for our real turn. For our really turn. I'm getting comfortable to take my shoes off.
Yeah, too. Take those shoes off and throw them over there in the corner. As a matter of fact, I seen that.
I said, what you take? On myself.
They like that. Some of y'all like that now. You'll lick all that stuff right off our lips.
Because y'all about to go somewhere we don't even need to go right now.
Well, you in our plate, so we in your palate.
Damn right.
It's not even 8:30 yet.
And you knew it was going there. Rather get there early than late.
That's right.
But we wasn't gonna stay here that long because some of us
they don't lick the ice cream cone.
No. I hear you, Chief. I hear you.
Excuse me.
Boy. Oh gosh.
Yeah, I do the most.
Yeah.
All right. So are y'all ready to get in this letter?
Let's do it. John, what's good? John, what's good?
All right. Hey, John. Mhm. John know a lot about the Big Apple.
Listen, back in the day, people didn't have no money. So Darlington had the Big Apple. You know what Florence had? We had
Thunderbird.
no, hell no. We had the Swamp Fox.
Oh.
We had the Swamp Fox. And if you was really balling, no, it's tore down now.
Oh, because
and if
I
you
thought
was,
that was the movie theater.
And then and if you was really balling, you take them to the treetop. And the reason we talked about this before, you take them to the treetop because you could park in the back. You know what I'm saying? So when people were riding by 76, they couldn't see it. So when the microtel came along, oh man, you was big money. You take a broad to the microtel.
And that's in Florence, not in Timminsville, because I know 76 goes into Timminsville.
Nah, the microtel on 52.
52.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Got it.
You still ain't pull that letter.
Keep on.
Oh, you said we've been sitting here how long? And that letter should have been on one of her screens.
Yeah. It is. It's right here. It's right here. And I'm glad
okay.
I didn't have the name up because Victor took a peep over here when I had the letter on my screen.
John said he did his share of tipping at the Big Apple in his day. Ain't the Big Apple still there though? It's called a Raceway.
It's called something else.
Yeah, full of roaches.
I don't know.
Hey man, them the best motels though. Bed broken. I remember the Colonial. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you this. This is a true life story of,
right.
You know what I'm saying? When I was 18, I had came home for I was going home for not MCT. I came back from recruiting duty and I was going back to California, right? And anyway, it was race weekend and everything was booked. So it was like at the Colonial Motel, right? So this chick at the that was the first time. I was 18 now. That was the first time she was facing this way on top and she spun around and grabbed my ankles.
What the world is going on here?
And started doing that and we broke the bed. So
Wait,
go ahead.
It's not even 8:30 yet and you
I just had to share that. I just had a flashback. I might have to get up.
We remember those good old days,
Please, Don't get up.
And the funny thing is where we at now, and her house, I don't know if she still got the house right there, but that was like, I don't know, 30-something years or 20-something years
What was
ago.
her name?
None.
No business.
I almost said
Last
it.
name business.
I almost said it.
None.
Oh my gosh. Hey, to Wanda, I don't know what's his problem. I don't know. Already going on.
John said he been to the Swamp Fox once.
Once. That player from the Himalaya lying.
Shit, we hit them dirt roads if you ain't had no money.
All I know, when I used to come down here when I was younger, like 16, 17, we wasn't in Florence, we was in Pamplico. And I think they had a place called Shiraka.
Fancy, huh?
Yeah, no, it wasn't fancy. But
no, the name is a little
Shiraka,
fancy.
I loved it, boy. Shiraka. We had a good time on in there. I was 17, but I was having a good time.
Now we go to the Snooty Fox.
No, those are the young adult women.
Fox.
Snooty Fox. That's in the Ville, but go ahead.
Oh, do tell.
No. Could you tell us a little bit of your?
Since we share it.
A little bit of what?
A little bit of your
past transgressions.
Oh, y'all know that ain't getting ready to happen.
Oh, so we could just open it. Okay.
You all made that decision to run your mouth and tell about y'all past. I'm not that girl.
Well, I eat coochie.
I keep my secrets.
You know what?
myself.
And that's fine. But you know what they say about the quiet ones.
Yeah.
They're the most freakiest. Exactly. And especially the church ones. Oh my goodness. But anyway.
Okay.
Whew, John, tell us about the church women, bro.
She get you one.
All
right.
We'll see.
Really? You know what? I'm gonna leave that one alone.
I'm gonna have to come to your gym to work out then.
We are the good girls.
Yeah.
She got me saying what Victor said. She.
I got that from Senator Clay Davis off The Wire. You know, watch the why he say she.
Yes, Cheryl, we got a letter.
Cheryl, we got a letter.
Cheryl, you know, come on.
Right. Sure.
I forgot Cheryl walked the straight and narrow.
Her whole life.
In Arabic, we say Sarata
Her whole life,
Mustaqim.
you say?
Her whole damn
Leave my
life.
girl alone.
When she raps, she don't even got curse words.
I tell you, man, such a goody.
That's good, Cheryl. All right. So are y'all done?
Break
or y'all
somebody
finished?
back.
How they say it?
Come on, Bird man.
Come
on, Bird man.
All right. So here we go. With Jason says Snooty is a church in the Ville. All right. I'm gonna leave that alone.
I bet you there's a lot of churches that are called Snooty on the low. I ain't saying nothing though.
All right. So y'all ready for this letter?
Come on. Who wrote this? A pastor?
Oof.
Possibly.
Go ahead.
No, what?
John said, ooh.
I just feel like we had
church
a
women
letter.
stay ready to toot up. Thank you, John. I knew John had something to say.
As always.
Let's go.
So this letter kind of sounds familiar, but I'm gonna read it anyway. All right. So y'all ready?
Yes.
Taking notes?
Yes.
All right. So it says, am I being selfish?
Probably.
I put up with a lot from my ex-husband of 17 years. I filed for divorce January 2021, and we are now legally divorced. All right. My reasoning was because of finances. At the beginning, when we were only dating, I worked and made my own money. Later on, after we started having children, my husband at the time suggested that I stay at home and raise our 2 kids. I was not against that idea at all because I was unhappy at the company I was working for. The money was great, but it was stressful. He was bringing in good money as well on his job, and it was enough that he could survive. We could survive off his income alone. He later got offered a position with the same company in another state. We left South Carolina and moved to Texas. That was a really big mistake in the long haul because I left all my family and had no help outside of him. His whole attitude changed. He started telling me what I could buy, he started telling me what I couldn't buy and what I should buy instead. Like, for instance, I preferred name brand toilet tissue, food, etc. He wanted me to buy store brand. I couldn't get my hair done every 2 weeks any longer. It was more like 3 months at the time. He started being very controlling, and it was one thing that ruined our marriage. I actually fell out of love with him because of that. He started hanging out with his coworkers all the time, all time of night. He wouldn't put gas in my car until he felt like putting gas in. I felt like he thought he had me right where he wanted me, and he pretty much did. Is the camera on me?
No.
What I look?
Well,
keep going.
I felt like he thought he had me right where he wanted me, and he pretty much did. He had me in a position where he had all the control. Now the problem I'm having is finding someone like him. I've become so attached with being a stay-at-home mom and not having to work. I've become spoiled, and I feel like men should take care of their significant other if they can afford to, but leave their controlling behavior out of it. How can I get my new friend to understand this is the lifestyle that I'm used to without turning him away? I said friend is nothing more. This dating world is cruel and frustrating, especially after being with someone as long as I have. Is it selfish of me to now only want someone who can financially support me?
This is a good one. This is a good one. I like this one.
First of all, thank you for taking the time to write into Tangy Tea of Life, and you too can do the same thing. tangyteaoflife@gmail.com. Send us your email letter, send us your topic suggestions. This is why I always say we as women should have our own money. It's okay for a man to, be that provider, but I still think we as women should have our own money and be able to pay for things on our own. Because now this man, he did think that he was in control of her. You know, how you going to tell me that I can't get my hair done every 2 weeks now? I got to wait 3 to 4 months to get my hair did. And if I like a specific toilet tissue, let me buy the one that I want. You know, but now you putting all these, what's the word, stipulations on what I can and what I cannot do. But you were the one that asked me to not work because you wanted me to take care of our kids. But now all of a sudden, you want to take control. And you've said this before, Victor. You know, when a man is taking care of the house or whatever, we as women don't really have any say so. And that's not fair because this man asked this woman to stay at home and take care of the kids. So it's not like I came to him and said, hey, I'm going to be a stay-at-home mom. I don't want to work anymore. I just want to take care of the kids. But going back to what I was saying, I feel like women should have their own money. You know, I don't feel like we should rely on a man to, if my car is on E, I should be able to go put some gas in my car without saying, hey, can you give me $10 to put gas in or $20 or whatever? That's just me. I always had that mindset. I want my own. And I said this before. I was in that position where I was able to stay at home and didn't have to work, but I made that choice. No, and it was a smart one to have my own money. But Victor, how do you feel?
So, me personally, I see a couple comments that's kind of what I want to touch on. So I don't want them to think that I'm stealing their, their comment. But if it didn't work the first time, why you want to do that again? If you want a man to respect you, you're gonna have to have some respect for yourself. So, in my opinion, anybody that wants to stay at home is basically saying that I can't take care of myself. So, by you not being able to take care of yourself, and I have to take care of you, then now you're gonna do what I tell you to do. However you look at it, you know what I'm saying? That's you a child now. You are no longer an equal. You are a dependent. So you depending on me to take care of your basic needs. You can't even wipe your ass unless I let you. You can't go to the store unless I let you. So in order for you to really be a what's the word I'm looking for? In order for you to be a upstanding citizen, that's lack of better terms. In order for you to be a contributor to this household, you got to do something. Etsy, they got all kind of stuff that she could be doing, but you rather be a damn pretty much all she is a tax write-off. That's all you are. I hate to say it.
She's your woman.
No, she's a tax write-off. I'm gonna just claim
you should treat her as such.
A tax write-off. That's all she is. Because all I'm gonna do is claiming you on my taxes because you're not contributing. All you're doing is taking away.
Why don't you just give her allowance?
I'm not giving her
that don't sound right for
that's what a job is for.
But I'm saying
I ain't want to talk over my dog, but
keep going. Okay.
No. Go ahead, bro.
No, you ain't finished.
No, I'm finished.
All right, so
she's a tax write-off.
So I know that there's a lot in this letter, and I don't think the first go around we're gonna attack everything in this letter. So the first thing is that he got the job and he moved away, and you know there is it really depends, because I bet you there's ladies in this chat that was in this woman's shoes, and was, if they were treated right. I'm not saying controlling and disrespectful,
right,
but was in that situation, they may have responded better and from the circumstance. From my point of view, she did give up some of her independency once he wanted her to stay home, but this is what you wanted. Mm-hmm. Since you wanted this for me to stay home and then we moved to Texas, you should have been able to handle that, what we normally used to do, unless it's a budget situation where you just can't do it. But your job moved you out there.
So you know he's making more money.
He's making more money, and I can't say the cost of living. I know the cost of living in Texas was probably a little bit more or whatever. But now she is kind of spoiled in the way of used to a man to taking care of her. You're right, Victor. She wind up putting herself back in that same scenario where she's looking for a man to take care of herself. But if you're looking for a man to take care of you, then you're giving up some of your freedom. You're giving up some of your freedom. You're trading it in because you don't bring to the table, I hate to say, your voice of independency. You just don't.
But he asked her.
I got that part. And see, my problem, and again, It's her writing the letter. From her perspective, this guy became controlling. And you know, sometime when a man or a person gets you away from their family, usually a man from their family, and they're a controlling person, their personality and they change because you have no allies out there. She had no allies. She didn't work. She didn't have any allies. She didn't have basically not many friends. And if you did have friends, you can't really bring them into your life. And now he's working. He's the boss. He's the boss from the perspective. He's the financial provider, financial provider. So what he says, pretty much go. Till she got fed up. She said she fell out of love. That's obvious. And then she divorced. You did the right thing. The problem is now, sister, are you going to make another mistake? I think the first thing is, if you divorce, you should be doing things independently. Number two, you said a friend. I get tired of this friend situation. Is this a friend or is this somebody with a potential chance to date? If you're going to cheat, stop calling a person a friend if they are a potential
She
choice.
just don't want to say they fucking. That's all that is.
You know what I'm saying? And if this is, and what are you looking forward to this? If you're taking a break and you just want to date, that's fine. Do whatever you choose to do, but be in control of yourself. But if you want somebody to take care of you, then you got to realize that their rules come into play when somebody's taking care of you.
Yeah, I don't like the fact that she is already looking for someone to take care of her. You already went down this road with your ex-husband. So why would you want another man to take care of you? I mean, you could end back up in the same situation again. So, sister, get out there and work. And I know I don't know how long she's okay, they've been together 17 years. So I don't know how long she actually been without working, without a job. So I get that she's used to being at home and not working. So it's probably a little hard for her to get back in that, what's the word? It's hard for her to get back in the groove of things, of getting up and going back to work, to a 9 to 5 or whatever you want to call it. But there's other things that she could be doing. You don't have to get a 9 to 5. There's other things.
I just want to add one little thing when you finish. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Just one thing I forgot to say, because I went through this. I had someone sickly in my life. So I asked him, because of having miscarriages and having children and then going out there trying to work, and you have a sickness and the job is not looking out for your best interest. They're looking out for their best interest. Circumstance dictate also. So I can see someone staying home if there's a good reason, even if it's to the point of taking care of the children, if you can take care of them. But once their children are getting off to their stay, they going to school or daycare, whatever, you got to get back out there to help contribute, unless there's an issue that you can't work.
Well, I mean,
or don't want to work, but the man is doing what needs to be done.
Yeah, because if the man is telling you you don't have to work, I mean, he's taking care of all the bills and stuff. I mean, I guess she figured if he's taking care, and she already said that he made enough money where he can provide, without, any income coming from her end. So I guess she figured, why should I?
And she didn't say they were rock bottom, because, I buy Scott tissue. I'm used to Scott tissue. Some people use the other ones. I don't buy tissue that's 250 ply on the thing. You got to be 1,000 sheets. It could be whatever.
Cottonelle, baby.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever. The bottom line is, when you started to have to buy these no frills, that means something is not working. Finance. And she said it. She said she got divorced for what? At the beginning, she said finance, but then she said she fell out of love. So she did the right thing. But sister, don't make that same mistake.
So my boy Jason said in 2023, these streets ain't taking care of nothing hard-headed. Nothing hard-headed. You should have stayed if that's what you wanted. So I agree with Jason. So the thing about a woman who is, in my opinion, if I'm taking care of all the bills, no is never in your vocabulary. I'm talking about nothing. You got to understand that you give up so many rights when you are not contributing. And I don't think y'all realize that. You're not equal anymore. I don't care how harsh it sounds. You are no longer equal. If I come home and there's a damn penny out of place, I got the right to raise hell because you've been here all day. If I leave home and you had a half a tank of gas in your car, and I come home, you got a quarter tank of gas in your car, bro, where you been? And what you was doing?
Minding my business.
Okay, your business is my business because that's my gas in my car.
But if you got a woman that is responsible, let's say she's not working, but you got a woman that is taking care of the kids, making sure your home is right, taking care of business.
Right.
And I'll tell you, I've was a little on the short end when it came to the finance at that particular time. I could have done better. I could have done better, and I could have given more. And that's me. I look at me. I have no problem saying I could have done better. So that's why I'm saying now from experience that if I got a woman that is taking care of business and handling mine, when I come home, everything is on I'm gonna make sure she's taken care of because she's taking care of me. This is a unit. Once she's good and I'm good, we rolling.
Other than vagina, what else should she bring into the house?
Dude,
She's
she brought more to me. I mean, for me, taking care of the kids, nurturing.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, we talking about now. Okay, talk about before. We talking about now.
You mean as a grown, as the kids are gone and this, that, and that?
Well, what I'm saying basically is we can't live in the past. We're talking about now. If you get in a situation now,
right? Okay.
And somebody said, "Well, Fatima, I don't want to work." What else? I mean,
She could be doing a lot. She could be taking care of the bills. You don't have to worry about that.
It take me 10 minutes to pay my bills.
But that's 10 minutes that you can keep to yourself because I'm going to take
what
care
I'm
of
gonna
the
do.
bills
What
now.
I'm gonna do with them 10? I could do that at my job.
Not with my. I mean, I can take care of my bills. If that person doesn't want to,
if she's not working, if she want to be reliable of taking care of the bills and stuff, and cooking and cleaning and all of that nonsense, then hey,
exactly,
that's what she's doing. That's what she's doing. Instead of just her vagina.
But what happens if it's a woman? Let's just say this. See, I know what I'm making. If a woman is retired, some women, I mean, my cousin just retired at 55.
That's different. She's bringing in the income.
Yeah,
that's different. I mean, we talking about just staying at home. Like this woman said, she want to stay at home now. You meet her today, and she like, I want a man to take care of me.
She can stay at home. She gonna stay at her home. Because I'm telling you now, I have grown kids. And I'm not taking care of them. I don't have grands, but I'll take care of my grands from the perspective of them coming over. I'm not taking care of no grown ass at this stage of my life after I done bust my ass for how many years?
I don't know, Fatine. If somebody put it on you, you never know
what you damn right. You damn right.
They could put it on me, and my nose will be open. But there's some things like
and my wallet.
There's certain
you hear Victor?
My motherfucking shit falling out my pocket. I'ma just start throwing shit.
No, I ain't doing that.
And then the next thing you know, one suitcase coming in the door, 2 suitcases.
I'm gonna take shit. I'm the one bringing them in the door.
Not with my name. Not my name on the lease. Oh no.
Well, see, that's the deed. That's the difference between you and Victor.
Mm-hmm. See, that is the difference.
I want my nose wide open.
No, because my nose is wide open, but I need the balance. I need a balance. Yeah, and you just sitting home all day now. I'm not taking care of a grown person.
So my brother Mike Mills says we as men will do for our women, but take care of a woman. If you have good health, go to work. She be looking for a man to take care of her all her life, and that's what old girl is doing.
Okay, but answer this. Okay, so she can do all that, but are you Mike going to allow her to spend her own money and you take care of everything else? You take care of the bills, you take care of the car notes and all that stuff. Are you going to allow her to have her money to herself?
What money?
The money you talking about if somebody's working, right? He's saying if she's able to work, she need to be working.
Yeah.
Okay, well I'm saying that's all that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying if she's working, will he allow for her to keep her own funds?
Allow? This her money.
I mean, well, you know what I'm saying.
What you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Are you going to make her?
Oh, she paying.
Make the wrong word as well.
You might as well.
Are you going to ask her to pay a bill?
Oh, she gonna pay something. Yeah, she gonna pay a whole bunch of something.
Yeah.
Dick ain't free.
Yeah. Oh Lord. Let me read this comment because I want to give a shout out to somebody because this is somebody from my WBLS side. Jessica Dewberry. And
hey, Jessica.
Hey, glad to see you, Jessica. This ABLS girl. Let's get raunchy over here now. Just let you know. So now in the Bible, this is what Jessica wrote. Now in the Bible, it says for the man to be the head, and the woman is to be submissive. If the man is providing for the household and family, there shouldn't be a problem. Most women have to take care of everything, and the man isn't doing a thing but laying up. So I do agree with that, but I'll flip it. Jessica, if the woman is doing everything and the man is laying up, she needs to kick his ass out. He needs to go. I don't have a problem if the man is the head of the household and a woman, quote unquote, want to be, as you said in the Bible, submissive. Submissive don't mean slave.
Facts.
So that means submissive means that it's still mutual respect and that everyone is carrying their load. Everything is not just finance, but there's a balance to it.
Facts. I totally agree. So Lisa says, I was in her shoes. For me, I was dealing with abuse. Didn't feel good at all. I had to deal with answering why I wanted this or that. No, ma'am, you need to work and take care of yourself and your kids. Stop depending on someone else and depend on yourself, sis. So what happens when that man get hurt, bro? Veronica? What happens
when she's without a job?
She's without
something
a job.
happened to him. She's gonna have to get out there and work, and that's the thing.
But does she have a skill? She doesn't have a skill. She has a big gap.
Well, you can't say that the woman that wrote the letter, she don't have a skill because she was working before he asked her to stop working. So she has a skill.
So let me say this. People will give up a job, but ain't nobody gonna give up their career. They're not gonna do that.
It's a difference.
It's a big difference. She probably had a job, but nobody's gonna give up their career.
You remember the other lady? It was another lady that wrote in about she gave up her job and she was on that job for what was it, 20 years or something?
We're talking about a career now.
But that's a career. You want to say 20 years?
That's a my mama was be on a food line.
My mama was
dipping chicken
at a 20 years. Some people,
my mama was a secretary for 35 years. Somebody could have retired her a long time ago. They would have. It's not a damn career. That's a job. Anybody could be a secretary.
That's Victor.
Anybody who wants to be a. What you want to be like? I want to be a secretary.
You're an OBGYN doctor, you're a psychiatrist, you're a pharmacist. That's a career because you are paid for your skill.
So what
skill. You have a career.
What do you have?
He has a career. I'm
an electrician.
He has a career.
All day long. I can quit my job and go find one just like that.
So could a secretary.
Where?
That's the dime a dozen. Dime a dozen. Unless you're a top of the line, and when you become an executive secretary,
unless you blow,
then you doing your job.
They're the ones that get paid. They're the ones that get jobs. Exactly. The ones that's putting out.
Yeah.
Putting out what?
Tail.
Let me say this. I just want to add this. Jessica wrote another thing. I want to throw this to Veronica and then you, Victor. She says, I agree with you, but so many women allow that man to lay up just to say they have a man. You answered where I was going. A lot of women hold on to their man because they want to say.
A lot of women don't want to be alone.
Exactly.
There you go.
They'd rather have a half-ass man or a no good man than a no man.
They're comfortable.
But guess what? You won't be alone when you take your ass to work.
Still,
you ain't by yourself there.
Still got to come home to a lonely house, to a lonely bed. She's still going to be lonely.
You lonely?
Whether she's going to a 9 to 5 or what.
I'm not alone. I'm alone, but I ain't lonely.
I live by myself, and
I ain't lonely, but I'm alone.
But you are men. We're talking about women.
She better buy a rose.
A lot of women do feel like they have to have a man because they don't want to feel.
And I agree with
alone.
that some women. But see, my question is this: I agree with you, Veronica, but then don't complain that the dude don't do shit.
Well, if he
don't complain about it. If you hold on to a half-ass or a no good man and he don't do nothing, then don't complain because you're holding on to him.
She's gonna complain.
Then why?
But she still want him at the house. She's still gonna complain, but she still want him there because she got a piece of a man.
And if I'm your parent and you grown, I'm gonna say, don't come through cross that threshold complaining. And if he puts his hand on you, then I'm gonna kick his ass out. But other than that, don't complain to me.
That's exactly why, ladies, stop telling your family, your parents, your sisters, your cousins, your girlfriends, and all that what's going on in your household. Because when you go running your mouth and talking about how your man ain't doing this and he ain't doing that, and then they like, well, why are you still there?
Well, sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need that encouragement because sometimes you so caught up. Remember, we say when you in an emotional relationship, even if you falling out of love of a person, you still seem trapped. And sometimes if you really sincere of getting advice, then get it. But if you're not sincere and you just about venting, then do it your way.
That's the thing. Stop going. I'm talking about someone that every single time they have an argument with their man, they're running telling their girlfriends, or they running telling their mom.
Hell, we do that. We do that.
Who?
Men do that too. Everybody does that.
No, everybody doesn't. If I'm getting in an argument with my man, every single time we have a little spit spat or whatever you call it, I'm not getting to go run to my sister or my friend or my mom. They're gonna be looking like, well, what kind of relationship do y'all have? Like, why y'all always arguing or whatever? Why do you do that? I would like to know this. Why are you going to your friends and telling them about your relationship?
To see if I'm right.
Well, you already know you're wrong.
But I need validation. Sometimes, man, when we question our decisions or we question the argument, because y'all do make good points sometimes, but like I was telling somebody who I used to deal with, just because we're arguing, we're not arguing for the simple fact of who's right and wrong. I want you to see my side of this. This is why I said or reacted the way I did. This is how I viewed it. But if you can't see that, I'm not saying you have to agree with me. I just want you to see why I did or said what I said or what I did.
But I'm talking about every little argument you all get in.
I mean,
you go and tell that to your friends.
Every time, every dispute is not an argument.
But some of us think so.
Some people do think so, but for the most part.
But seriously, you go run and tell that?
I don't tell. I just ask questions. Like, bro, what I might say, man, what do you? But it's not the same person every single time.
Right.
So why you can't ask me?
Because you full of shit.
Why we can't have that discussion? Why do you have to go out and have this conversation?
Because you're in it. You're biased. You're biased.
Yeah, but if you have that conversation with me, you never know which direction it's going.
But if people come to you, and I just read this, I try to get some of these comments, and Natasha Tony says, Brother Fatine, they don't want advice. They want to complain and stay in the mess they call a relationship.
Facts.
So I'll give you two situations. My first marriage, her father, my mother. I called my mother over to help me on something because she didn't help me, my wife. When I called my mom's over and she helped me, I went to tell her what was going on. She went, I don't get in your business. You're grown, you handle your business, so and so. Even though it escalated till she had to get in the middle of us one time. And she looked at me and she said, I done told you, you make it or you walk away. And that's when I made my decision. I was walking away. But when her father wind up having a conversation with me, and he said, did I give 100%? And I said, yeah. He said, you give 110%. I said, no. He said, when you give 110%, and even though that's my daughter, then you walk away. And when I felt that I gave 110% and didn't get something back reciprocal, even to 100%, that's when I made my decision.
How the hell can I give 110?
No, he was saying,
no.
Wait. I understood what he was. I understood what he was saying. What he was saying, if you was given, he was just basically saying, if you feel that you've given, give it another shot, because that's what life is. But if you give it another shot and you giving your best and it's still not working, then you got to make that decision. And even though that's my daughter, if she's not giving back and making this compatible or workable, then you got to do this.
Listen, I feel like it's okay, and I didn't mean to cut you off. I feel like it's okay to have conversation with your friend, your family, your mother, dad, whoever that you feel like you know
can take advice from.
Yeah, can take advice from. But I'm talking about the ones that's running every single time they get in an argument with their man or their girlfriend. Sooner or later, if it was me, I'm gonna be like, hey, what you gonna do?
But Victor hit it right on the head. You saw a lot of times they do that because they want to vent, they want to validate.
And I get that. We all need someone that we can vent.
But when you continue, right? And that's what I'm saying. And when you continue, because when you continue, what you do is you start to isolate your friends.
I can touch you.
You start to isolate unless your friend is drama. If your friend like messing them, remember what? Yeah, remember what they say. Misery loves company.
Yes.
If you got friends, even family that live in drama, they don't give a damn because we all in the bowl. They eat it up.
They eat it up.
They eat it up.
Be like, girl, you need to leave him.
So,
like, why are you going through that?
Jason says it's 2023. Men don't always follow traditional rules when it comes to paying for everything, because females don't follow traditional rules when it comes to respecting and appreciating your man. That's a big fact.
I can't disagree with that. Yeah.
So when it comes to the respect of, so I'm gonna say this, I can put up with a little more disrespect from a woman that's paying bills versus a woman that's not paying bills. Because to me, you can get away with a little more if you chipping in. But if you just taking, you basically can't tell me a damn thing.
When you say taken, are you talking about like someone trying to take advantage over the fact that they're not bringing in any funds?
Well, you're taking
Or are you
advantage
talking-
of it because you're not bringing in any
But
funds.
how about if you ask me?
I won't do that. I'm just saying I won't do that. But even if I did, women got to understand what you're giving up when you dealing with a guy that's saying, "Oh, you ain't got to work." As soon as you say you ain't got to work, he's setting you up. Now, understand that some guys that do that, they self-conscious about themselves. They don't have enough, you know what I'm saying, confidence in themselves, on they game ain't tight enough for they woman to be out and about and mingling with motherfuckers like that. That's why them fellas, in my opinion, they'll get these girls, these basketball players get these girls, oh, you ain't got to work. Bro, what you scared of? Because if you laying it down like you supposed to, guess what? You ain't got to worry about her looking and doing this and
But
doing
how about
that.
if their upbringing was like that? How about if their dad didn't allow for their mom to work?
Didn't allow?
Victor,
But
I'm saying, how about if they was raised like that, where they saw their mom, she didn't have to work. The dad took care of everything.
Excuse me.
So now they want to be that same man for their wife, where they're telling her that she don't have to work because, you know, that's all I saw when I was coming up.
Well,
my mom took care of the house.
Well, the serious relationships I were in, 2 out of the 3 worked, and even though
That
my
was a
kids,
question.
yep, right, I'm coming, right,
You okay?
yeah,
go
man.
ahead.
So, all right. So let me answer the question. So, if that's the tradition, that's something that you need to know before you make its commitment of getting married. If that is where the direction that y'all are going as a unit. If that's your question, and I'm answering.
Yeah, because I'm saying,
so
is he a punk? I mean,
yeah.
is he insecure with himself? If that's how he was raised, that's what I'm getting at, because of the statement.
But you
Victor
can't
made.
put on what how we were raised. It comes into play, but you also got to look at the times we're in and what we're dealing with. If I'm making $300,000 and you come from a household where your mom stayed home and your father, then that's fine. If she's still pulling her weight in the house and you want that to happen, that's fine. Y'all have discussed that, and that's the way you want to go.
Right.
The way Victor's saying, I feel, the way he's saying, hey, I want something here. I want you to pull something here. You understand? For me, it's not always finance for me. But just to answer your question, with that traditional, if you're going to live this traditional life, that has got to be discussed when y'all meet and then decide to make a commitment.
Thanks.
I want to answer your question.
I just didn't want it, because Victor said that he's like insecure or worrying about what that female is going to do.
Some men are also insecure that gay women go out there in the work world and they out there and they amongst men and this, that, and other, and temptation. And you know why? Because a lot of us know what we do or how we deal with certain things and temptation. You got to trust. That's why I say it's beyond love. Yeah. It's trust.
Once that's gone,
then you have nothing.
See, go ahead. But I don't trust nobody.
Well, we know
they got to earn your trust, right?
Yeah, exactly. I don't see how you can go into a situation and say, "Oh, I trust you." I don't.
Well, my thing is, I trust you until you give me a reason not to. I'm just saying. Like, I'm not saying that I 100% trust someone going into a relationship or whatever, but I'm going to trust you until you give me. Is my lip gloss right?
No,
but you got something in your hair though.
Thank you.
You got a piece of hair sticking like a Dennis the Menace.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Back to what I was saying. I'm going to trust you until you give me a reason not to.
And I agree. That's the way. I think that's a good playing field. But I understand what Victor's saying. Victor's basically saying, I'm coming from the ground up. Veronica saying, I'm coming from the top up. Yeah. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. Yeah. Victor saying, you got to earn that. And, and I'll be honest with you, it can meet here. And they can both work. Yeah. They can earn your trust. And then if they haven't done anything to mess up your trust. Yeah. But remember, you can earn. I think Victor way is they earn is through actions and how they carry it. Exactly. A person with you, even though they're trustworthy, they can also don't slip up and still not be trustworthy. Mm-hmm. See, that's a little different. So because you giving them the benefit of the doubt, If you know the game, you don't slip up.
So the reason
Y'all
I
slipped up all the time.
Not all the time.
I'll slip
Trust
in.
me.
So
That's facts, baby. That's facts.
what I want to say is when it comes to trust, that's dangerous to live that way. When you trusted somebody, because anytime I've ever met any female and we went somewhere, I always tell her, you let somebody know where you at, right? She was like, why? You a killer or something? I was like, nah, you stupid. That's just what you supposed to do.
I just told this young lady that yesterday.
You
in the
supposed
store.
to like. I want to make sure, no matter if you trust me or not, you still supposed to. There are certain things and certain protocols you should take to make sure you good.
Exactly.
Yeah. But even if we're going to Longhorn,
It don't matter.
Yeah, if I'm taking you out to the movie, give your mother my phone number. Give your mother, because what happens is your phone die and they need to get you and they can't get you and they get me or whatever. You got to. I don't have a problem with that, because if I'm that trustworthy, I don't have a problem with somebody looking out for their own. You got to look. You can't have in life.
What I'm saying is if we even if we've been together, even if we've been together 2-3 years, and I say, well, come on, babe, let's get in the car. Hey, me and Vic going on a ride. I don't know where the hell we going.
Nah, after 3 years,
well, just let me get.
Victor.
Nah, I ain't doing that. Nah.
Well, I mean that's you. But what I'm saying is you should always have a backup plan. Somebody should always know, other than your spouse, or where you at and where you going. Always.
I do that like when I'm going out of town or something. But just like right up the street.
Yeah,
I ain't talking about right up the street. If I said, V, come on, man, let's just go for a ride. You know what I'm saying? Where we going? Well, you know, I don't know. Let's go to Charlotte or something.
Oh, I'm definitely texting somebody because I don't trust you. Like, but you to just say, come on, let's go for a ride.
I got a question for Victor and for you. And it's more for you, Victor, but I want to hear what you have to say. So I get this from you, and it's not bad. It's just, I look at being in a long-term for a relationship. Over 20 years is a long time being with someone. And my question, my experience was, it was just more than finance. Just coming home, dinner. Mm-hmm. She got to do 2 heads of hair. Mm-hmm. And carrying her weight. It felt reassuring and it felt good. And I felt loved. I really did. And my question is, Victor, have you ever felt that in a consistent time? And the same question for you. Have you felt, even though we know where we at today, have you ever felt that? Because to me, it's a great feeling. And when you can measure that and experience that, then you have something to judge against the future. Like if you're looking to get in a relationship. So have you experienced that where you really enjoyed kids being taken care of?
Once.
Okay.
One time.
And how did it feel?
It felt great until we broke up.
Okay, and that's cool. But you know that feeling when it feels good.
Yeah. When me and when my ex-fiance was together, I felt that.
Felt good.
Yeah.
It does feel good when you're in the relationship and you both are
clicking on all cylinders.
I remember the first time I asked her. Yeah, she was the first woman I ever asked her, yo, let me borrow $10. And she was like, she was looking, because she was real tight with money. But anyway, she was like, you for real? I'm like, yeah. And she was going to give it to me. I was like, nah, I'm cool.
Like, love is a beautiful thing.
Money is beautifuler. Is that a word? When you give, see, the thing is I'll pay attention to you to the point that you don't have to ask me sometimes for nothing. Even though sometimes I like for you to ask me, so I'm like, I'm gonna let you stir in this shit for a little while. But
Eddie,
a lot of times I can see when you need something, and I can give it to you. But like I said, don't make the shit weird.
By saying, "Oh,
see, just that fast, you make shit weird."
It's not weird. It's like whooshy.
See, there you go with that touching again.
That's why you over there.
Mr. Sammy had put up a comment. Oh, Mr. Sammy said, you have to earn my trust, and that's not easy. I love that.
Yeah. I mean, I get that. But I'm saying, like, if you've been dealing with someone for some time, not saying that they earn 100% of your trust, but does that open the gate, Mr. Sammy? Like, I'm not talking about someone you just met last week. but someone.
I mean, that's what you were saying.
No. Well, I mean, I did say that you have to like break my trust first. Like, I'm not gonna go in it and just saying, "Oh, I don't trust it."
John says, no woman can disrespect me. I'll check Oprah billionaire ass if she speak out of her neck to me sideways. Patricia Baker says, don't vent to people who when start giving advice, start with, if I was you,
right.
You about to get some bad advice. Because if they
was me, they don't know what they would do until they get in the situation that I'm in.
Yep.
So don't say what I would do if I were you. Yeah, that's how a lot of people. That's why how a lot of relationships get messed up, because they're out here listening to other people talking about what they would and wouldn't do. You're not in that situation. I rewind back and go back to John.
Okay, so John said, no woman can disrespect me. I'll check Oprah billionaire ass if she speak out of her neck to me sideways.
And what does that mean, John?
Mean that it doesn't matter how much money she has. If she speaks to me, he's not going to allow money or anything to cloud him. That if you step out of line and disrespect me, I'll check your ass. Don't matter what you bring to the table.
Or he talk what kind of disrespect though?
You know how y'all say, sit down, boy. Shit like that.
Speak out of her neck. Come out of your neck. Yo, give me something. Something really just not cool.
John, what did I just tell you about that?
Yeah, that's disrespectful. Yeah,
don't do that.
Yeah, what are you doing? I'm not your child.
But you can tell me to bring my ass to bed though.
You damn right. Yo, you gonna lay down.
That's disrespectful.
It's between, but see, the thing is that's just us.
Okay, well, it's just us when I'm telling you, John, boy, bring me that.
No,
that's disrespectful. Or is he talking about in public? You have to break that down.
It depends. I mean, I know we at home and you be like so and so,
Yeah, we should be on that level where we can talk to each other. Not saying that it's in a disrespectful way, but in maybe a disrespectful, little playful way. We should be able to do that.
I said to a friend 2 weeks ago at the house, I said the same way that
she had on clothes,
huh?
She had on clothes.
She had clothes on.
Okay.
So I said to her, the same way that we could communicate now, your relationship should be communicated. That's how you're supposed to communicate in a relationship. It's not just in the beginning. You got to go through. It doesn't mean that you're not going to have a disagreement. You're going to have an argument. But the same thing, the way you do things, now you continue doing those things because that shows the level of love and respect that you have for the person. And if you have a bad day, we know that you may be slipping, so.
And I feel like it should get even more, the conversations, what's the word you said just now? The way that she's speaking to you, it should be more.
It should be consistent.
Yes. And it should be, the conversation should be heavier. Like in that third year, like we should be able to talk about we should
have that conversation up front.
See, you got to nurture my mind. You got to see, that's where the problem is at this stage in life. You got to nurture
at the beginning.
You got to nurture my mind. You ain't got to talk Star Trek stuff to me every night, but you got to nurture my mind in life. There got to be some kind of not responsibility, but there got to be some type of commitment that you want to be better in life. And for me, I want someone hopefully with me that want our people. It doesn't have to be just our people, just people to be better. And you want to, and I like humility, because the more humility you bring to the table, the more humble you make me as well. So I just look for a person that I can, because if you can't nurture my mind, then you're going to lose me. Because sex, we all know that after a while, sex, not that it's going to wear out, but it ain't the same 20 years, even though you enjoy yourself, it ain't the same. You ain't doing it as much, blah, blah, blah. But if you nurture my mind, you love to sit there and watch a movie and have a conversation and laugh together. Go to the mall and just sit down in the chairs and just look at people and laugh and that's what life, and that's when you enjoying life and you enjoying each other.
The little things.
Exactly.
So in the beginning of a relationship, I feel like that's the deepest conversations we gonna ever have. And the reason I say that, because I need to feel it. Wait a minute, you saying it shouldn't be?
I think so. I don't think so.
The thing is that when I'm trying to get to know you to see if we are compatible, once we compatible, that's when I feel like a lot of the small talk come in. So me personally, I have a lot of deep conversations in the beginning. So some people have said, well, we don't talk like we used to. I was like, because I know you. I know who you are. So some of the conversations that we were having that you said that you didn't want to have, I'm not going to have these conversations with you no more. And a lot of times when we would have these conversations about things when we wasn't that serious, I cannot give you my honest opinion anymore because you biased to the situation. So that's why when I would, I have these conversations with people in the beginning of a relationship, I know they're being honest because they don't expect shit. But at the end of the night, I still want to fuck. So,
oh gosh, rough.
So I can't. I'll excuse my language, but I can't say what I really want to.
But my thing is, it's one thing about a person being an a-hole where they're showing off, and there's another thing of bringing something to the table. For instance, a lot of people know that I do politics and that kind of stuff, but I do other things. I know sports, I know music, this, that, and other. And one day a young lady was talking to me, and she was talking about spirituality. I don't talk to that too many people. When she talked about the energy levels, I said, oh, we got 7 chakras in our body. She said, oh, you know about chakras? I said, yes, I do. We don't chakras, that's the energy levels in your body. But my thing is, but see, that's what I'm saying. You want to be well balanced. That's why when Victor say you let people judge you, you're right, Victor. You do let people judge you, but you want to be well rounded. That don't mean you getting out there and you being boastful with it. It's just that you want to be well rounded in life so that you can converse on things and you could be a better and learn. Last night I was in a book, Black Consciousness, just to learn a little bit more. At this stage of my life, I'm still learning. You learn from the cradle to the grave. And that's that's my perspective in life. You always want to be better, but that don't mean that I'm putting what I learn all on you. It's about us enhancing each other and teaching when the teaching moment is there and lead by example. And that's how I look at it.
So John, I want to put John comment up there a while ago. So many folks want love, but scared of love.
That's true.
Especially you men.
You need to be hitting that bell that you took from me over there.
Oh,
God,
he get a bell because he's definitely that's to you men, definitely.
Wait a minute now. He says, let me read it. So many folks want love, but scared of love. He ain't say shit about. He said
how
nothing.
many of you men really want love?
You know why we it's not that we scared. It's you know why we scared of love?
Why?
And you're gonna get mad. I'm glad you in the middle. But let's go here now.
I ain't scared.
You know why? You know why a lot of men, you know what? Yeah, you better get comfortable. You know why a lot of men you say that? Because a lot of men just don't love one. And a lot of them just don't want to make that commitment. What? A lot of men, or some men, sorry, brothers, I don't want to paint us all with a broad brush, is that they are, because they know they live in a lie. Because of tradition, because we're in the Western society and we're supposed to be one-on-one, I love you, this is my wife, or this is the way I'm going, we're scared to honestly speak our opinion if we know that we love you, but we know there's a possibility we can love someone else and still love you. But the society, that's cheating. You can't do that. That's impossible. And that's why a lot of men don't make that commitment. We want love, but we are scared of love because at the end of the day, the word, how Western society has put love on us, is it dictates how we should move. And some of us don't move like that. That's all to it. Y'all can say whatever y'all want. A lot of men, I'm speaking for it because I told y'all before, I practice monogamy. I don't believe in it. I don't.
Once a hoe, always a hoe.
It's not about being a hoe. I just think it's that. I said what I had to say. Go ahead.
My thing on love is I want to be loved, but I want to be loved on my terms.
What's your terms?
I'm not giving no. Hell no.
I thought I could get that out of you, bro.
I want to be learned on my terms.
Loved?
Yeah, I want to be loved on what I said.
Learned.
Excuse me. I want to be loved and learned on my terms. And, for the most part, I shouldn't have to tell you anything. And I feel like I had that once before. I didn't have to say nothing. She was like, I know you need this, but I'm gonna let you stew in it for a little while. And y'all can, you can get that from somebody. But for the most part, man, men want to be loved.
Of course.
Whether it's by
one or more.
Oh gosh. Whatever
floats
your boat.
I feel like one is enough.
Yeah, like go ahead, Victor.
But there's different levels of love.
That's correct.
Because
Definitely.
you might satisfy me sexually,
mm-hmm.
but she praying for me.
Mm-hmm.
She cooking.
That's 3.
But them 3 can be 1.
That's correct.
Shut the hell.
That's good.
But the thing is, the 3 you got to understand because
correct, Victor.
But it's okay for you all to do that.
I
we didn't say it's all right, but that's
I said it's those 3 can be 1. Like what I'm telling you is that y'all have alter egos as well.
That's correct.
And that's what I'm saying. They can all be in the one woman.
Person. Okay, I get
in
what you're saying.
one woman. Yeah, I'm not saying the 3 can be come together.
Different.
No, no.
But that's what Fatine is saying.
Yeah,
but my thing to you, Fatine, is why does it take more than one woman to satisfy you mentally? Like what why does it take more?
I can answer that easily. Because I will say this, one woman can satisfy a particular man. The reason why some women don't, or it takes more than one woman, because she don't bring everything that he needs to the table. That's why. Sometimes there is a woman that will floor you. She floors you, and that's all you need. But then on the other hand, this woman may be beautiful, she may be hardworking, she may bring finance, and you may love her. But there's still some things that may be missing. And I've seen that before. Don't you even know that people have had married before, then they get divorced for whatever the reason, and they'll tell you, I still love that woman. We just couldn't get along. We wasn't compatible. But I love you now, but I still love that woman.
Okay, well, that's all good. But I'm saying, like, if you love this person that you're with, but you're so greedy that you still have to have...
You say greedy. Why you keep saying greedy?
You still have to have another woman over here.
Damn.
Why is that?
Because I answered it. It's not about greed. You can't keep throwing these adjectives like it's bad. I'm answering the question. If one is not bringing everything to the table that you
all half the time don't bring everything to damn near you don't bring everything to the table, but we stay there and put up with you all.
And you know what?
You could
have
left.
A lot of women, and a lot of women are not
you, and I want it to work.
And a lot of women are changing the rules today, Veronica. They are not doing that.
Okay.
They are not doing that now. Some women are not staying because we're not bringing everything to the table, or that I done seen it.
I'm talking about the ones that are staying.
Well, that's their choice.
That's your choice.
That's your choice.
So
you need to answer
because
that.
y'all do it don't mean I gotta do it.
You need to answer
because you do it don't mean I have to do it.
Can I finish?
Yes.
Or are you done?
So I can put 100% in this relationship.
Okay.
Right? But you only putting in 60% because you see somebody else, or you dealing with somebody you work with or whatever like that. So you shorten me 40% because you have this person over here that's giving you what I'm missing from giving you.
Okay. So
why we can't have that conversation? Why you can't tell me what you're missing instead of you going out there and doing whatever you're doing with this other woman?
He should have that conversation. He should have that conversation. Once he has that conversation with you, will you be willing to listen when he says, sweetie, listen, this is what I'm having an issue with.
She ain't got no gag reflex.
And no, and I am putting a little bit of time in with somebody else. Can we get on the same page? Can you rectify this? Can you deal with this? I'm honest with you and tell you, yeah, I'm spending a little bit of time with this because this person gives me that, but I'm willing to us work together. Can you honestly say, okay, let's go ahead and work together and make this happen? Or are you going to go off the handle because I was truthful and told you that I'm spending time with someone else?
I can go with that. I can go with that. But the question is, how long am I going to go with that before it goes back to where it was? I'm saying because I've been in that situation.
Okay.
So I'm saying we had that conversation. We talked. We everything was fine for what 6 months, and then it went right back to where it was at.
Right. So I can't speak for him. All I can say to you is you ask that, and if I'm sincere to what you're talking about, and I'm giving you 60 and giving that person 40, and we talk about it, and I say, I'm gonna give you that 100%, that person got to go. I can't do that. I have to put this all in all here. And if it's not working, I shouldn't cheat you and be disrespectful and say, babe, it's not working.
Yeah.
And I think that we should go ahead our separate ways.
And that's the thing, because a lot of times you men will say, well, let's work it out. Let's do this. Let's work on that, that. But yet you still got that 40% in the corner. You can't have that 40% in the corner talking to her.
Sometimes greed does come into play.
Exactly.
Sometimes
at the same time where you're talking about we're gonna work on what we're dealing with, but yet you still got Tamika in the corner.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, you in church, you got your church.
I want to meet the woman that'll allow me to have this 40%, get caught, and then come back to give her 100.
Right here. I've done it before, and I'm not ashamed to say it.
So you do it again?
I'm not saying I'll do it again. But I'm saying I've been in that situation.
Will you do it again?
Let me finish. I wouldn't do it again.
Okay, so
I would try to avoid all of that by any means necessary. But I'm saying I've been there. I've done that because I wanted it to work.
What I just asked was, where are the women? Because I ain't never met one that would have let.
I'm not going to say I let now.
What I'm saying is, listen.
I understand.
I want to meet a woman that will let me fuck up over here and then come back to give her the 100. Because that means I got a mulligan. I got a mulligan in my pocket. You willing to give me a mulligan? Then I'm going to use my mulligan when I want to. I'm going to use my whole. But you got to understand. Listen, this is real.
Yeah, it's real. And sadly, a lot of women deal with that. And I'm one of them. I've been there.
But you're saying you're not going to do that anymore. So this doesn't apply to you. I'm talking about today moving forward.
Well, she's wiser. She's wiser now. So it's certain things that she sees different kind of red flags now. The reason why I respect Veronica and I respect you because I went through something similar and was given that opportunity. And when you're given that opportunity, and the person sometimes looks in the mirror and say, you know what, we need to rechannel. And when you rechannel, it sometimes flourishes and makes things better. As time goes on, you see where it goes. You see where it goes. But I totally respect you for that. And I totally respect you being honest about it because I understand that. And Victor, you're right. Some women are going to fly off the handle. They're going to fly off the handle. Now, men, if a woman came to us and told us that, because we are built different, because we in the human species, we're human, but male and females are different. You come and say you giving us 60 and giving another man 40 because we feel that we're the head in the ownership. We may not follow your same footsteps.
No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that he came and told me that.
No, I'm not saying that.
It was caught.
Gotcha.
That that happened.
I'm not asking you personally, but I respect what you said, that you gave a shot and you look back now and I don't think you have any regrets because you gave it a shot. And if it didn't work, you could say, well, I gave my all now.
I'm gonna tell you something. Yeah. I don't want to be with no woman. I don't want to be with no woman who I think would allow me to cheat.
It's not allowing you to cheat, Victor.
You missing what I'm saying.
And you've never been married before. I'm talking about in a marriage.
You talking about a marriage. I'm talking about a relationship. Regardless of the marriage is to the side. I don't want to be with a woman who I think would allow me to cheat.
I don't think any woman,
there's some shit. There's some out there.
That know that you're out here sleeping with someone else.
Yes.
I don't think they're like, yeah, go, honey. Go ahead.
Yes.
The woman that are allowing it, as you say, to happen is because she want that relationship to work so bad that she's going to hold on to that man, even though she knows that he's out there doing it. But she loves him so much that she's willing to, sit there and hoping that he's going to change and going to make it all about just 100% her one day.
You really feel like that?
I really feel that way. There's women out there that's going through something.
But what I'm talking about,
I've
And what
seen.
you're talking about is, in my opinion, is two different things. What I'm saying is, if I'm in a relationship with a woman and and this has happened, do you, but don't let me find out. Whatever you do is what you do.
But don't let me find out.
Don't let me find out.
And they don't want that in their face.
And be respectful.
Respect. Right.
All right.
That's called respect.
No,
Don't come up here when the sun coming up. They draw those boundaries.
I've been in a relationship like that.
Okay.
It wasn't serious, but I've been in a relationship like that, and I wasn't happy because if I'm out and about, because I don't really move like that, in the back of my mind, I agreed to whatever you said, even though I ain't doing shit. In the back of my mind, motherfucker, this is what you doing, and this is what you want to do. That's how I looked at it.
But that could be your mentality.
That is my mentality, because what's good for the goose is always good for the gander.
But it's not always like that.
It's not always like that. So if you open up and you telling me, hey, I know you gotta wonder, and I ain't the best and all this stuff, but won't you go out? I'm telling you, Veronica, how you view yourself, a lot of women don't view, shouldn't say a lot. Some people don't view themselves like that. They don't. You'll be surprised. Like if when we do our men's thing, and I don't want it recorded, I just want us to talk. You would be surprised to hear what we hear women say. You'll be surprised some of the strongest women out there that you think that's real strong women get behind closed doors and they sound completely different.
Or they respond to situations different than their advice that they've given.
They would give to people. Yeah. I'm telling you, like they put up a good front, but behind closed doors, they little scared girls.
I mean, we all have that.
And I've learned, that's why I talk with my female cousins a lot who are a tad bit older than me. But I can learn from younger people too. I ask these certain things. Why did you do this? So-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so. I wish I could talk to my father. I wish I could talk to my mother, because as a grown man, I would like to know, because I'm still trying to find out. I'll be honest with y'all, because I've heard things about my uncles and my not saying so much about my father, but he's on that lineage. I'm trying to find out, who am I as a person, because we come from someone and we are, hereditary, don't mean that our actions need to be the same. You understand? We could have parents that are no good and we come out as scholars. So we don't have to follow bad behavior. We have to make our own choice. We have will to make the right between this or that. Sometimes we make mistakes. Sometimes we make bad choices. That's what life is, and you learn from them.
Yeah, definitely.
You understand what I'm saying? But you got to be honest with yourself. If you're honest with yourself, then you could be honest with other people. When you lie to yourself, you lie to other people.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, Veronica, when you ask that question and why people can't be honest, because they can't be honest with their damn self.
Yeah,
that's true.
So Shanita Sanders said, I apologize, because sometimes I throw terms out there I think everybody knows.
Oh, she said mulligan.
She says, damn, I guess I'm old. What the hell is a mulligan? And then Sovereign Rage says, I thought a mulligan was a golf term. I'm lost too. It is a golf term. It means a stroke, that you can take back and it doesn't count. That's what a mulligan is. In golf, it's a stroke that you can take back. So that's why I use the term mulligan. It was just a slight metaphor. Bars.
Yeah. So Mr. Sammy said it's $1 million. It's $1 million question as to why people cheat. There's no answer. Yes, Mr. Sammy, that's interesting. I think there is an answer. I think people know why they cheat, and they do know why they cheat. I don't think nobody, I'm talking about somebody in their right mind. I'm not talking about somebody who's high and drawing drugs or alcohol. People know why temptation is a mother. And when we give into that, you just have to be honest for yourself. You give into it. And there's a reason why you give into it. If you're a strong person and you know that you're not going to do it, then you're not going to do it, Mr. Sammy.
You have to be strong-minded.
That's why I don't try to change Veronica how she lives her life. What I try to do is to give another point of view so you'll understand sometime how other men, you ask questions, how they think. I try to give you how they think, because even though you may disagree with it, it's because this is how they think. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So
people cheat because they want to. That's it. Because they want to.
And cheating, cheating,
it's for free will.
Yeah, and you got to realize sex desire, those are very strong emotions, almost close to breathing. Those are strong emotions that a lot of times we are not always in control of that.
Sex? Well, breathing is involuntary now.
I said almost close to it, I said.
I mean, I done had some times I'm like, I sure would like some, but I don't feel like rolling over. I'm just going to sleep. I'll do this, try this shit tomorrow. But I ain't never did that with breathing.
But it's there. But if you home alone and you know this girl came from out of town and she leaving tomorrow and you ain't gonna roll over, you gonna roll in it.
Nah. I'm not trying to dispute you, but I'm telling you, like, I'm at the age now that if I get it, I get it. If I don't,
I think we are both at that age.
Yeah, it's whatever, man. Like, I'm not proving that.
But our mileage clock is there. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Yeah, I need that.
Oh yeah. He look at it. He don't want to get in trouble. Well, my mileage clock is there.
Hell no.
My mileage clock is there, bro.
What I'm saying is that in a relationship, sex is really not that important anymore. When I was in my 20s, I wanted to jump up and down all the time. And when I was in my 30s, I wanted to do the same thing. But now that I'm 41, it's like,
but
it's more like I can honestly sit on the couch with, I ain't saying she naked, but I can honestly sit on the couch and play in your hair and be perfectly content with doing that.
Ask Veronica this. Veronica, you're not an old woman, but you're not an old woman, but I'm not, I don't want to use the word old. I hate to use that term, but I always use that guide marker 50. And I've dealt with some women that were over 50 that they seem like they've gotten stronger. How important is sex to you today versus when you were 25?
She ain't gonna answer it honestly.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I've said before that sex is not the number one thing.
How is what? I didn't ask that. How important is it to you?
It's important to me. It's important to me, but I'm not saying that it's something that I have to have like all the time. But it's important to me. I think sex is important to any relationship.
What about when you was 25? Was it more important to you when you was 25, or it's still the same as you are today?
And you working out too? And you working out too? And you working out too?
You know where you're.
Please.
And
you probably snap somebody's shit in
well, the good thing about her working out is that she still may be releasing some of those endorphins, but she's getting through a workout that balanced this. That's the difference. She's working out, so she's burning, she's releasing some of the. It's not the same, but
she's answering it for her. Let her answer.
Keep going.
Basically, she's probably more horny now.
When I leave from here.
Are you more horny now?
Yes.
What kind of question is?
Are you more horny now than when you was 25?
This is off the record.
Off the record. We off the record.
Off the record.
Are you more horny now than you was when you was 25? Because I come to find out more women that are more experienced or older or wiser in life, they tend to be more hornier than they were when they were younger. They were more curious when they were younger.
5 seconds.
More curious, yeah.
More curious, but more
like
hornier now.
I was younger. Now it's like
you ain't answer. Are you more hornier now? That's the question.
Hey,
Pastor,
they boning. It's 9:30. They boning. So you got time to answer the question. Are you more hornier now? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Wait, your voice getting on time. Oh Lord, we know the answer.
I can be.
Okay.
No, hell no.
That's a legitimate answer.
I got the answer.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
I can be. Yes.
So you're more hornier now?
I was more curious. I'm gonna use what you were.
Oh no.
Back then, but yeah, I can't say that. Yeah, I hear women say this a lot. The older they get, the more.
Yeah.
So what do you say?
I noticed that.
What do you say?
I already answered it. Okay.
No, you didn't. You kept saying what Fatim said. Are you hornier now?
But I'm not gonna beg for it.
Who said? See, you know what? That's what y'all do right there. You answer a question and then you take it back. We're not saying you got to beg for it. Are you hornier now?
She said yes.
Yeah, how many times I got to answer the question?
Because I just need to know it's yes or no. Are you hornier now?
Maybe. Perhaps. Next question.
So
I can't stand the show.
now you can't stand it. When the fire back on you,
cool with it though, but I'm just saying, like y'all put me on the spot.
You put us on the
Ask
spot
us why.
every week.
Y'all don't mind though. Y'all silly like that. Y'all answer any question that I throw at y'all, and it's cool. That's what the show is about, for us to be real.
You answered. I'm
right?
proud of
Would it
you.
be-
I'm
so-
proud of you,
so-
Veronica.
So you happy with it?
With what?
Your sexual drive now at the age that you at now,
Yes, I am.
and you're more curious and more hornier now than you was at 25. God,
See, that'll shut y'all up. Get the hell out of here.
And that's what I've experienced.
Get out of here.
That's the experience
I'm
I've
so
had.
sick of y'all.
That's the experience I've had, and that's what I've heard. And when I was told that some years
I'm just
ago,
playing.
I didn't believe it
I'm just
till I
playing.
experienced it. I said, "Oh, whoa."
I'm just playing. Why
said,
are
yo.
we even talking about this? That's so personal.
And there's a
Like,
reason. There's a reason why, and the reason why we talk about this because I'm telling
Tell
you
me
now.
what John said, because I know
Oh,
John is
John
on
said
here
a lot.
talking.
I'm gonna go to John in a minute.
I know he's talking smack.
I'm gonna tell you now because I'm telling you, men. I'm looking in the camera now,
You
men.
didn't want to hear that from your
I'm
sister.
gonna tell your sisters this, and I'm gonna tell you, men, because if women were taking
I was
notes,
playing.
how we treated them when we were younger, and then we get older and we break down a little bit, and them blue pills ain't working, and women want to dish that crap back on us, we'll be up the creek. All right, I'm just letting y'all know. Y'all better thank God that some of these women have some compassion. You understand, and they turn to their toys. Now that's all I'm gonna tell you because they.
I don't
Now
like
John
toys.
said, "Is your monkey jumping right
You
now?"
know what?
Veronica?
Don't
Yes or
say
no?
you cut her mic off.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
What?
John did say, "Well, what's my issue? I'm 48, work out and stay in heat." Cheryl says, "John, you are stupid." John comes back. Veronica probably got a Peter appointment after the show. Thomas D said, "You not playing?" Simon said, "Yes." Let me see what Simon she wrote. She said, "Yes, but we engage less due to hormones connection. We look for more quality now than frequency, but we are more hornier now and enjoy it more when we have it."
Yeah.
That's a great answer.
Yeah,
that's a
we
great
do.
answer
We
because
do
I believe
enjoy it
that.
more.
So back to what I was saying about the non-sexual relationships.
Thank you.
Like I was saying, I'm perfectly content
You
with
see
just
Veronica glow tonight? You see that glow? She might have exhaled this weekend. She ain't tell us about her weekend. But go ahead.
Yeah, and you're not going to know about it.
That's what I'm saying.
Get
She
that.
might have woosah this weekend. Go ahead, Vic.
I mean, the non-sexual relationships are more important to me now than the sexual relationships that I've had in my
At
early.
your age now?
But you got to understand, bro, like sex is really not that important anymore.
But I'm looking at your age. I don't know if you say your age on here.
41.
Yeah, he said
You're
it.
41. I'm older than 41. When I was 41, dude, Jesus. I'm older than 41. I could see saying that now for me, but at 41, I couldn't see me saying that.
So
At 50, what? You can't see yourself saying that now.
well, you got the but see my whole thing is
But I tell people
I'm with you, Victor.
but my thing is, man, like with sex is I can say I got a lot going on, but with sex now it's like what? It's just too much, it's too much energy and too much time. And by energy and time, like I have to clear my schedule just to make time to have sex sometimes.
Oh, you know, Victor don't do it in the mornings.
Nope.
At night, if it's not before 8:30.
Yeah, you ain't
Yeah,
getting
you
it.
Is
ain't
it because
getting it.
you don't want to put
Okay.
the foreplay work in? Because Victor seemed like he just want to get to the main course and get it over with so he can
But
sleep.
see, I don't know how you come up with these
I mean, you
these
don't want to do
things.
the
Seem like she
foreplay.
would have been saying that, not you.
I mean,
God,
I just know what women they want. They don't want you
I ain't
just
never had
jumping on
nobody.
their
I
ass.
ain't never had nobody not come for around 2, 3, or 4. So
Yeah,
let me
because
just
he
say
eating butts out here. So they're definitely
you like that.
coming.
Ain't it?
Look at her. You got her giggly tonight. Well, we got her giggling like.
But
We'll be back next week in the studio. Okay?
no, but what I'm saying is
no.
the older I get, the more I realize that when it comes to having sex, it's more than just the act of it, man.
Of course it is. The connection.
It's the connection,
I
and I
agree.
don't want to connect with everybody,
I agree.
and I don't.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because you pulling energy and giving them energy.
Oh, I'm giving. I ain't pulling shit.
You pull energy.
No, hell no, I'm
We
not.
giving energy, and they pulling our energy.
Yeah, there you go.
And they getting stronger.
And the more I learn about it, and the more I realize the intertwines, and and the whole thing when it comes to that, I really don't want to be connected to that many people. So when I started realizing what was going on, I just like, yes, I'm not saying I'm the man.
Mm-hmm.
But I could probably do it as much as I would want to, when I want to, and not really who I want to, but I could get it. But the thing about it is, I just don't fucking want to.
What do they call the things? Ties.
Soul ties.
Yeah.
Soul ties.
I laughed out loud. I apologize, but John is fool. He said, Vic, I'm gonna try to do this in the life voice. Vic, I'll take your portion of cornbread if you ain't want it. You want your cornbread?
That's my guy.
Why?
But the thing, I mean, don't get me wrong, man. When I was at one point in time, man, this is the thing,
Ooh, you see what Sovereign said?
You could put a lot of miles on your weenie, and this, that, and the other. You can, but at the end of the day, when you out with the woman you want to be with, do you really want her to be going through, well, I had sex with her, 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 and motherfuckers looking at you crazy like, how you be with a man like that if he done slept with everybody? He just settled for you. I don't want to be no community dick, though.
So why are you telling your body count? That's the thing. Why are you?
It ain't you telling your body count. It's everybody else telling your body count.
I'm not listening to everybody else.
But
they ain't lying.
I think, and Victor wouldn't know this, and Veronica, I work mostly from home. And one of the things that I saw, I'm getting to a point, I saw in The Young and the Restless, which was good. It was showing an older man married. But it was Bold and the Beautiful, where an older man was with a younger woman. And he didn't get aroused. But then when he got with another woman, he got aroused. So this is interesting. When a lot of men and women in a long-term relationship and they get older, or if you meet someone when you're older and they don't always arouse you, you could take sex or leave it. Then you get around someone that arouses you, it makes you feel alive. And if the one at home is not arousing you, you're not gonna just walk away from that because you want a peace, because I don't get this at home no more. But you've been in this relationship for 25, 30 years. You're not going to just throw that away. But she don't arouse you like that no more.
So you're going to step out is what you're saying?
I'm saying some people will, because they thought that part was dead. And they just go about, like Victor saying, I could take it or leave it. Or most of them are leaving it. But when they get that feeling like that and they feel alive, that temptation, I'm not saying they will do it, but that temptation becomes a strong so-and-so. It flips the other way for women who the man ain't getting aroused and ain't getting it. And then this woman gets aroused by somebody over time. She may step out and do that too. I'm just saying, I'm not justifying it. I'm just telling you, this is how the mind and people work.
I feel like when that happens, I feel like the relationship, that's a wrap.
I don't think so.
Yes.
It could be.
I feel like that. That's a wrap.
It could be or not. See, this is why I'm saying it may not be a wrap, because everything else may be going good in the relationship. Because you don't get aroused anymore. It's just that y'all became hereditary. That's the word. Hereditary in your life, but you're still happy with one another.
Sticking your weenie in someone else.
I got that. But I'm saying now you done stick your weenie. Now your partner left you. You're only sticking your weenie in this for a little pleasure. That's then moved on, and now you're by yourself, and this your person is not happy by being alone. But that's what I'm saying. That's why some people say I'll overlook some of those things at times. Some people say I'll overlook it. Again, until you walk into that and live that, then you will know how you will react.
Once my weenie stopped working.
Weenie. Why do we call it weenie?
The relationship, because I use a whole bunch of cuss words.
Where's your battery at?
The thing you got to understand, the mind is so powerful that regardless of the fact, if I can't get aroused by you sitting there, that means my mind ain't working no more. When you sitting here, so this is my thing. My mind is not working if I can't get aroused by you.
But sometimes
Wait a minute.
Okay, go ahead.
Just because you laying there bent over, in my mind, if you're not doing it for me no more, I could picture you as somebody else. My mind is still that strong that I can still do that. Like I said before in another show, everybody I've had sex with ain't who I'm having sex with at that time.
Okay.
So you ain't never picture having sex with somebody else while you was laying there with? Never. Oh, shit. I have. I done hit Beyonce a couple times, cuz. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I
thought you was going to say like an ex. Like you was thinking of an ex when you was with this person, or
I can't lie.
I done hit Aretha. I seen Aretha Franklin one time back in the 70s, and that shit. I was like, wow.
I can't lie to Victor. I have done it once or twice where I'm bored with it, and I'm bored, and I gotta make myself climax so I can then I may make my mind wander.
Bro, I'm sitting too close to you right now.
You asked the damn question. You said you done hit Beyonce a couple of times. Same thing. Yo, I told you we should have had this. What is it? Tangy tea after dark. I told y'all this.
No, y'all are something's wrong with you all. Like,
so what we gonna help this lady with her situation?
Exactly. We helped no one tonight.
What lady?
No, we did not help this lady tonight. It is terrible.
Yes, we did.
Oh, thank you, Sovereign. Oh, so y'all ain't telling me the comments with my name in it.
I didn't see them. My phone was acting weird. So I apologize for that. It started.
I was trying to get to Sovereign, but I didn't want to talk over you. You could read that one, but she said, Vic, I had wondered about my sexual identity when Beyonce did the album picture on that horse, yo.
What happened?
Simon said, Vic, I had wondered about my sexual identity when Beyonce did the album picture on that horse, yo.
Okay.
And some women do have that effect on other women. And then they may not. Sovereign is saying she questioned her sexuality. And that's legit. Because some women see another woman and can get aroused, and it makes them say,
question my sexuality though.
Some people will, because they feel that they shouldn't feel that. Why am I feeling this? See, I just talked to somebody who goes both ways, young lady, and I told her I want to have a conversation with you because at the end of the day, I said, I do this. I said, we do this type of show. No, seriously. Or we do this type of show. And a lot of times we want to talk about things that if we're not that, but we want to give our opinion, but we need to hear from other people that if we're talking about that, we need to know their point of view and what they feel and how they look at it. But anyway, I'm done. There's a lot of comments in here tonight.
Yeah, y'all missed them all.
No, I read a lot.
See, that's what I'm talking about. When I'm not in control of the comments, y'all just be letting
your phone over there. I told y'all to give you the phone, but you didn't want to put your right.
Because I'm looking real wide in this camera tonight. Okay. But do my butt look big though? That's the most important question.
No, it doesn't.
We read a lot of these comments.
Your butt and your head is
I read a lot of these comments. I'm looking at.
Your head is bigger than your tail.
What?
It's 9:50.
Yes, let's wrap it up.
One more thing. Can I say one more thing that Sovereign said? I don't think I read this. She said, but we engaged. Oh, I did read this. I did read that.
No, you don't. Look how toned your arms look.
You know what? I'm so hitting the gym extra hard this week.
Tim wrote something at Vic. Side chicks keep the relationship strong.
Please.
You don't have to fake that there is someone else. And sometimes when you do have a side person, sometimes it does make you pick up your game and make you much better at home. So,
fatigue. If you would
I read the comment. Why y'all get on me? I didn't write the comment.
The next relationship you get in, or if you're in one.
Right. I'm not in a relationship right now.
Just make sure you have more than one.
I'm thinking about it.
Because
I'm thinking about it. And if I do that, I'll be honest about it.
Yes. Just be honest with that person and make sure that they're good with that as well.
That extra shit.
Yes. And wrap it up.
Yeah,
Oh,
I agree with that. I don't need no more little kids. My kids will kill me. My grown kids
I
will
ain't
kill
going
me.
that far now.
My grown kids will kill me.
You're not wrapping it up, Victor?
Hell no. I don't even put when I put my pizza in the oven, I just stick it in there. I don't put no lumina foil on it. I don't put it on no pizza. I just throw it in there.
What you do with the candy wrapper?
Candy wrapper? Shit, I don't even buy candy. If it's on the floor, eat it raw. Just straight off the floor. I don't even put.
And you don't buy candy?
Honestly, I don't buy candy. I don't.
Well,
Victor is so wrong. Veronica, your head is not bigger than your butt.
thank you. Who
Who
said
said that?
Cheryl.
Who? Oh,
Cheryl.
thank you, Cheryl.
I told you I've been reading comments.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Mhm.
See how you try to play me?
I
You
ain't
know
even see
they
that.
do say that cameras make you look bigger than what you are. So I look like I'm an extra 5 pounds in this camera tonight. Do I, Victor?
No.
15?
I'm not looking at you in the camera. I'm reading the comments. You look fine. I told you. You look fine. I told you that before.
Thank you.
So we're gonna give our final thoughts.
Yes, give your final thoughts, guys. I'll let y'all go first. Do y'all even remember what the letter was about?
Of course.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
So, sister, look, you going down a slippery slope if you're gonna go down this road again. That's right. She going down a slippery slope, bro. Yeah, she going down a slippery slope. If you got to the point that you spoil and want a man to take care of you, unless you find a man that is willing to take care of you, and that's what your agreement is, then fine. But if that's what you're looking for, and you're not going to conform a man to do something that he doesn't want to do. So again, number one, take care of yourself. Number one. So if you find a man, or if you don't find what you're looking for, you can always take care of you and yours.
Sis, I think you really live in a fairy tale world. The first like a few people said in the comments in the beginning, why would you want to go back to possibly getting treated the same way? You put yourself in a situation where you lost all your power. Boss up. You ain't got to get a new career. It's never too late to get a part-time job just to make sure, like you said, have some money set aside for an emergency just in case. If your new guy, don't put pressure on him, because I'm gonna tell you now, if I met a woman right now and she tell me she don't work, I'm blocking her. Well, I ain't gonna block her, I'm gonna still hit, but I'm gonna keep it pushing. But for the most part, I just feel like you're trying to go back to your abuser. And by abuser, I'm just saying he abused you. So yeah, don't go. You need to change, in my opinion.
Well, like I said, and those are very good, guys. Final thoughts. I just feel like I said at the beginning, I feel like any woman, and I'm not knocking any woman who is a stay-at-home mom, who just, their man told them they don't have to work and they're at home. Kudos to you all. It's whatever works for your relationship. But I always say that a woman should have her own, whether it's, money saved up in the bank that you've been saving for years or whatever. But we definitely, as women, need to have money put aside for a rainy day, because you never know if you get in this situation that this lady is in, that wrote the letter. And some women may say, is it really that bad what she's saying in the letter? Is it really that bad that she can't buy brand name toilet tissue, or she can't get her hair done but every 3 months now? I mean, you do have to realize that there's only one income that's coming in the house. So, I mean, he have to watch his funds as well. I mean, if we want to twist it around.
I don't think 3 months. I don't think 3 months is a little. I think 3 months is a little long for a woman that trying to keep her hair up and trained properly. I think 3 months is a bit much, because I'm not gonna go 3 months without a haircut.
That's her bill. That's her.
But she ain't working.
Didn't get a job.
I thank God that I know how to do all that myself. I know how to put braids in if I want my braids. I know how to relax my own hair. I know how to curl my own hair. I know how to do all of that.
And that's what I've always said, Veronica. You can give your advice. This woman was living a certain lifestyle, and even though she moved away, you bring down. but you going from top to rock bottom. Unless you went to rock bottom, unless you struggling and he lost his job is one thing. But if he's still working and then he's not putting in 3 months, I'm not gonna just dog a woman. 3 months is a long time. I don't mind her sacrificing, but 3 months.
Well, you have to sacrifice. You're not working.
You're not working.
The man is
Wash
the
your
only
own
one
damn
that's
head.
working.
Okay.
Put Mr. Sammy comment up there, bro.
Where is that?
And then we're gonna get out of here.
Final thought. No money, no power, no respect,
and that's
a
true.
job.
That shuts it down, right? That's the mic dropper. He dropped the mic on that one.
So lady, just do not go in another relationship thinking that a man's supposed to provide for you, because that's not in the real world. That's not the world we live. I mean, if that man, ask you, do you prefer to work or you want to stay at home? You make that decision, but think about what you just went through with your last relationship before you jump in another one. So,
what's wrong with a wig?
I'm not into wigs, but they are some
my
nice
3 main
wigs
relationships.
out there.
My young ladies, they didn't wear wigs. They had long hair. They just never wore.
I'm just saying, she can't get her hair done. Wear a wig.
Put braids in.
Said.
Braids.
There you go.
Some braids last 3 months.
Yeah, that's right.
I just know her. If you ain't working, your jaws will be sore weekly.
And on that,
you can't. Oh no! Wait, Verona, what you said? You got a little gag there. What you got gagged on? You thought something? You got gagged. What?
And on that note, thank y'all so much for watching Tangy of Life. This is where we talk about any and everything. And we were so happy to be amongst one another tonight, face to face, doing the show. I love y'all. This is absolutely awesome. So glad to be, face to face with you guys again. Thank you all so much for watching us tonight. Thank you for all of your comments. I didn't get to see comments come through tonight.
We got a lot of them, trust me.
But we will be going back through. I'll be going back through myself and reading comments and answering some. John, I would not be answering your comments, okay? I would not be responding to your comments.
Mr. Sammy says, great show.
Thank you, Mr. Sammy. Thank you guys so much. And if you would like to be a guest on Tangy Tea of Life, if you have a topic suggestion, if you have an email letter, tangyteaoflife@gmail.com.
Or my New York WBLS supporter Jessica Dewberry says, I will be back. In the words of Arnold Schwarzenegger, I will be back.
I will be back.
Thank you,
so
Jessica.
Much. Thank you, Jessica, and all of you out there. Thank y'all so much. God willing, we'll be back Tuesday with another great show, and we could be reading your letter. Of course, you stay anonymous. I'm the only one that sees the email letters. So, send your email letters in, guys. We appreciate y'all so much. Have a great weekend. Make sure you wrap it up.
Shit.
Wrap it up out here in these streets. All right. Don't be nasty.
Really? You really had me to bring my mic back down to come defend all this shit? Hell no. Nasty is the reason why we left the house to start with.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I can't stand you. Thank y'all so much. Have a good night, guys.
Hasta martes. Next martes, that's Tuesday. Buenas noches. I mean, see you next Tuesday. Good night.
Good night, guys.